Commercial office and multifamily mortgage delinquencies are on the rise. Now, what does this mean for you and why is this important in today's daily deal? Well, there are some impacts that could cross over when it comes to residential real estate for buyers, sellers, and investors alike. Now, they are actually at record points. The actual commercial office is at an 11.8% default rate, while multifamily is at a 7.1%, dramatically higher than the default rate of actual homeowners. Now, the bad news is that it can cross over. The good news is it kind of already has. Part of the reason that mortgage rates have been so stubbornly high is that these banks are actually pricing in a spread, and they're pricing in that spread for a few different reasons, one of which is the potential of defaults across all of their loan products. As they default on other loan products, some of the good performing loan products need to subsidize the not as good. So even when you've got car loan defaults, you could actually see other loan products subsidizing those. Now, that's been priced in for a while because with the fear of inflation and higher debt, the banks are already thinking ahead. Now, the good news is that squeeze goes down a little bit as inflation goes down and as mortgage rates come down. The second big reason why they build in that spread is because of an imminent threat of refinancing. Now, how is that threat imminent to them? And when I say threat, that's a bold term. It's just the idea that if I bought a house a year ago and I paid 6.875 and now rates are down at 6, well, it probably makes sense for me to refinance. Now, if the rates continue down and let's say get down to 5.5 or even 5 flat in another year or two, well, I'm certainly going to refinance. And when I've refinanced within the first, say, 6 months to about 36 months, the bank that actually produced that loan or bought that loan from a portfolio is actually not even in the stages of profitability yet. They say it takes a minimum of 29 months before a bank is profiting on a loan, and sometimes longer than that, depending on how they bought that specific loan and how the rest of the portfolio is performing. So if they're not profitable at all yet, what they have to do is they have to price it higher up front, so that way they can actually make more money in profit up front, sell it for a lower amount of money in their portfolio, so that way the other bank can profit and it just becomes the market makers that are creating that spread. So that's really what happens overall. Now, the second piece of good news is that, again, on multifamily, when defaults are happening, people come in, they swoop in, they lower the price of rents, and that's actually already been impacting. We've had some higher vacancies lately, and therefore the mom and pop landlords have had to drop their price, sometimes as much as about 20 to 25%. That's already baked in, and luckily, most of those people that bought rental properties bought them when they got into extremely low interest rates, and they've been making a much bigger spread. A few of my investors were making